Chapter 7, Lesson 3 is slope. So the first thing to understand is that when you are asked to find the rate of change, or if you are asked to find the slope, they're asking you to find the same thing. Rate of change is more commonly used in word problems, and slope is just used when you're given 2 points. Slope also tells us how to move from point to point on your graph. If given 2 points and you need to find the slope or the rate of change, you do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Keeping in mind, if you're going to put it in your calculator in its entirety, you need parentheses around the top and around the bottom. We have 2 special lines. If you have a horizontal line, which is the y equals a number equation, the slope is 0. And if you have a vertical line where it's x equals a number, the slope is undefined. Because if you are going between this point to this point, let's say you go up 2, but you don't go over any, and you can't divide by 0. If you try, you'll get an error in your calculator, and so that's why we call it undefined. So in this example, we have A, the point A is at 0, negative 3, and B is at 3, 6. So for my formula, I'm going to do the second y term, which is 6, minus the first y term, which is negative 3, over the second x term, which is 3, minus the first x term, which is 0. 6 minus negative 3 is 9. 3 minus 0 is 3. Divide those, and you get the slope to be 3. On number 2, the first y term is 4, and the other one is negative 5. Over 2 minus 0 gives me 9 over 2, which doesn't reduce, so I'm just going to leave it as 9 over 2. This example here, I'm going to do 0 minus 4 over 2, negative 2 minus negative 2, which becomes negative 4 over 0, which cannot happen. So this is undefined. On this example number 5, I'm going to do 3 minus 3 over negative 8 minus 1, which gives me 0 over negative 9, and 0 divided by anything is 0. So that tells me this one is a vertical line and this one is a horizontal line. The next thing they want us to do is, given a point and a slope, draw a line. So I start at this point, which is negative 1, 3. And to move to the next point, I follow the slope, which is rise over run. So it says to go up 1 over 2. This one, it says start at the point 2, 0, which is right here. And the slope is negative 1. And anytime a number stands alone, I can put it over 1 because it will not change it. So I go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. Now a quick check to make sure that you've been doing these right. This slope here is a positive, which means my line should be going up from left to right, which it is. This slope is a negative, which tells me my line should be going down from left to right, which it is. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to be given one whole point, and the second point is going to be missing a coordinate. But then they're going to give us the slope, and we have to find the missing coordinate. So I'm just going to set this up in my slope formula here. So I'm going to do negative 2 minus 8 over r minus 6 and set that equal to the slope, which I'm going to do 1 over 1. Now, whenever you have 2 equal fractions from our past skills, we're going to cross multiply. So I have 1 times r minus 6 is going to be equal to 1 times negative 2 minus 8. Distribute on the left gives me r minus 6 equals, and then I'm going to distribute here, which would give me negative 10. Add 6 to both sides, and r equals negative 4. So the point is negative 4, negative 2. I'll jump down here to number 14. So 1 minus 4 on the top, 7 minus r on the bottom, set it equal to the slope. So this one will become 3 parentheses 7 minus r. This one is 4 times 1 minus 4. This one becomes 21 minus 3r. This becomes negative 12. Subtract 21 to both sides. That gives me negative 3r equals negative 33. Divide by 3, and r is 11. So this point is 11, 4. The roof of a shed rises 10 feet over a horizontal distance of 6. What is the slope of the roof? So we do rise over run, which reduces down to 5/3. The ramp rises 3 feet for each 12 feet of run, which reduces to 1/4. A support wire rises 8 for each 2 feet of run, which gives me 4. The distance a train travels at a constant speed is shown by the graph of a line where time is on the horizontal, so that's my run, so my time is my run, and distance is on the vertical, so distance is here and time is here. If a train travels, so that's its distance, 245, in 3.5 hours, that's my time, the slope of the line would be 245 over 3.5, which is 70. How is the slope related to the speed? The train is going 70 miles per hour, average. The bottom of a 16-foot ladder is placed 3 feet from the wall. How far from the ground does the ladder reach? So I put the 16 on the ladder because you lean a ladder against a wall. So if it tells me my ladder is 16 foot, that would be my hypotenuse. So to solve for x here, I'm going to do 3 squared plus x squared equals 16 squared. Subtract 3 squared from both sides. So x squared equals 256 minus 9, which is 247. And then I take the square root of 247, and I get x to be 15.7. So that's my vertical. So it says, what is the slope of the ladder? So it's rise over run, which gives me about 5.2. It doesn't turn back into a fraction.